Hi, my name is Randolph, and I have my animal ambassador here. His name is Guapo. Guapo is a rock iguana, and he's actually a really unique animal. He's a hybrid rock iguana. So he's mixed with the Cyclora lewisi and Cyclora nubula. So he's mixed with the Grand Cayman rock iguana and then the lesser Cuban rock iguana, which are found in the Cayman Islands, in two separate islands in the Cayman, which is off the coast of Cuba. So that's really cool. So rock iguanas cover a range from the West Indies and Caribbean all the way off the coast of Guyana, near Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and then to Cuba, which is this cool range in Jamaica as well. So he, being from those two different species, his conservation status is a little bit weird. So he's mixed with a endangered and a critically endangered species on the IUCN list. So rock iguanas are cool. They're almost like the elephants you find in savanna. They are a niche species, a keystone species on those islands. They're seed dispersers. So the main diet of a rock iguana is eating a lot of vegetation and occasionally animal protein, which will be insects, small birds, and rodents. That's on a seasonal side. The most of it is going to be the fruits and vegetation they're going to eat on those islands. So being those plants native to only those islands, same thing with the rock iguana, they're going to eat the seeds from those plants, defecate it out, and create a natural fertilizer and be a seed disperser and spreading more of that vegetation, which gets recycled as nesting areas for other animals like migratory birds, and also food back for the iguanas. So their conservation status as a total is very less compared to wild elephants as well. So one island can have maybe about 100 adult individuals, compared if you go to Kenya, you might find maybe almost 10,000 elephants. So that is their conservation status. It's really, really restricted being on those islands. So Guapo here, being a hybrid of both of those two relatives near the Cayman Islands, he's an animal ambassador for his species. And they're also great climbers. So other than being called a rock iguana, they do spend time up near the tree lines, and that's how they'll avoid predators or to find ripened fruit that's in the trees. So he can pretty much free climb and jump about 3 feet from the ground, which is pretty impressive. So you have to keep an eye on him, making sure he doesn't jump off your shoulders into something else, and you have to try to grab him. But Guapo here is a really awesome reptile. They live about 20 to 25 years. Sometimes they live longer in captivity. The longest recorded one was in his late 60s. And that is Guapo walking away, which is fine because he's doing his thing as a rock iguana. Males typically can reach close to 20 pounds if they're eating quite a bit of food. And they range around 4 to 5 feet. Females would be about half his size. So females will reach around 2.5 to 3 feet long. A female once a year will lay about 30 plus eggs, and she'll actually dig a burrow to avoid other male iguanas or other animals eating or preying on her offspring. And she'll kind of lay in between like a sandy rock area. So that's another issue with the species declining, is actually their nesting areas where they come from in the West Indies is being industrialized for a lot of hotels, yoga resorts, and boating docks. So their nesting areas where they can incubate their eggs is being lost. So it's not just them being affected by humans trying to take them off the islands, also it's just their nesting areas. And of course too, humans introducing invasive species like weasels, rats, domesticated cats and dogs are also preying on the cycloras. Some islands, the largest animal you can find on them is actually a rock iguana. That's the largest animal or largest vertebrae they have on land. Just like almost like an elephant in a way. So it's pretty neat. They have a great importance in the ecosystems they come from. And also ecotourism. So if you want to see rock iguanas like Guapo in the wild, you have to ask a local and you pay them some money, and they have a specialized permit where you can go to these islands and just, you know, observe and look at rock iguanas. So you don't want to like hinder on their natural behavior. You just kind of observe them on the islands and take some photos and pictures, and then you just leave the island undisturbed as best as possible. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the quick little educational video on Guapo the rock iguana. And you can check him out at Via Aquarium, and you can check him out, you know, climbing on me. Sometimes he climbs on people. you're lucky enough, he'll jump on you. So I hope you have a good day. Take care.